casting all by yourself, handsome?
Well, not anymore. You're listening to The Wizard, only on 666.3 WZRD.
All right, kitty cats, you're listening to The Wizard with your host, me, Violet Philleamus, Master of Necromancy.
And me, Benedict Balthazar the 77th, adept at conjuration and divination.
Humble. Yeah.
Honest.
Yeah, to be fair, that's where I should be too. So welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for scrying in.
Yes, it's great to have you all here.
Yes, Benedict has just donned his sunglasses, and he looks absolutely badass.
Oh, as always. As always, my friend.
To be fair.
You want to open us up with our local news?
Yeah, let's kick right into the news. So the very same adventuring party we mentioned 2 weeks ago, sent to retrieve the scepter of Lady Trisara the Magnanimous, have returned victorious. Mayoral Lord Richard Penishon is reportedly incredibly chuffed with this result and has sent this yet unnamed party on another fetch quest. They really got to come up with a name. We're talking about them enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. Branding is important.
For real.
Let's be honest. Locals have reported that Sir Penishon has been seen walking around the town talking to his recently reacquired staff in hushed tones about something he wishes to keep secret. One source says they overheard him speaking in tongues and planning something nefarious. This seems pretty on the level.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
No, I mean, who isn't a little evil?
Yeah.
Who isn't?
The search for knowledge as a wizard is often accompanied by search for power.
Many moral quandaries.
Many moral quandaries here.
So, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, like I think almost half of my graduating class tried to pursue an evil scheme at some point.
Oh, sure. But I mean, oh no, another Lord of the Realm is doing something
crazy.
That's every other
Elected
week.
Officials being evil? Who could have seen this coming?
What a concept.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
In interesting news, so unfortunately, attacks on Cannon Run games are still continuing, even though Krakens have started to move to the Candelian coast. But maybe. I'm just spitballing here. Like, we can't really communicate with Krakens.
Yeah.
Maybe they just want to play.
Yeah,
but they don't know the
has
rules.
Anyone considered this?
Yeah, maybe they just want to play Cannon Run, but they don't know the rules.
Yeah, they see a bunch of wizards destroying ships. They want to play. What are they going to do? Destroy ships.
Exactly.
Right? So, like, what's the deal? What's the deal with that?
For real,
can't we? Let's get a team together.
Why can't we just communicate with the Krakens and see what they want? And find out that it's that they want to play Cannon Run, and then we get a new team, the Senesian Krakens.
That's got a good ring.
That's got a ring to it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially the Winterfield Werebears, the Philleamus Lichbolts, the Boondoggle Bingles.
What a team.
What a team. Truly the underdogs of the season.
They always, I've never seen a team clutch as hard as them.
Yeah, their first player, their caster on the team, it's crazy.
Yeah. But who could be living among the ranks of these incredible teams? The Senesian Krakens,
baby. Come on.
Tell me that doesn't sound awesome.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people scared of these Krakens. Whatever, dude. Get a higher spell level.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Maybe just unlock the secrets of the Arcane like we have, and you won't be so worried.
Yeah. Learn water breathing. Who cares?
Simply.
Or just avoid them. They're just animals.
No, you don't have to go in the ocean. We can teleport.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, what, a 4th level spell?
Maybe, if that.
Yeah. Plus,
especially if there's a circle.
Yeah, and you're aided by actual ley lines that are connecting you directly to the location that you're trying to get to.
Speaking of, actually, you bring up a very relevant point.
Yes, huge news. Take it away.
City Center has been rebuilt, and it's on the actual ley line that Nevas is based around. So, that's a huge thing. Foreign Arcanists no longer have to port to the weird old teleportation station.
Nevas is officially no longer ley locked.
Yeah, which is huge. Well, and it's one of those things where it's just like a convenience thing. But the fact that it's now in the new city hall and it's not like, oh, I go to this weird old warehouse building. It's like, wow, what a great first impression for foreign travelers.
Exactly.
This dingy old subway station, essentially. Like, oh god, that place was gross. Like, I have to do a lot of porting.
Truly.
To Odesia because my family stuff is there. And I don't want to be spending spell slots willy-nilly.
Exactly.
So those ports are very important, you know.
Especially, and having them in good location is important. Honestly, I'm
Yeah.
surprised that it wasn't already like this for the past however many hundreds of years this city's been around.
Yeah, shouts out the dragon a little bit. The infrastructure upgrades from the dragon attack have been pretty nice. To be
You win
honest.
some, you lose some.
Yeah, like you lose some lives, but you win some infrastructure.
Exactly.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's the majority of our big local news right now. But we're going to bring in our special guest, our station seer, Ominious, the seer satyr.
Hello.
Welcome, Ominious. You have fully just appeared out of shadow.
Yes, I tend to do that.
All right. Well, what do you got for us today, Ominious?
Today I shall be reading the prophecies of each and every one of our listeners, as foretold within the stars.
Ominious is doing horoscopes for us today.
Yes.
All right. Well, you know what? Go ahead and take it away.
I shall. Aries, there will be a battle in your future, but you will be victorious. Most of you, anyway. Taurus, do not give in to your Pasiphaean urges. Please.
Yeah, we don't want another bull situation on our hands.
No, we do not.
Gemini, you are either going to be at your best tomorrow or at your worst. Who's to tell?
Aren't you to tell?
Yeah, aren't you to tell?
The stars are to tell. I am
right.
here to read.
Okay.
Cancer, sorry. Leo, things are going to go great at work today, but don't let it go to your head.
That is good advice. That is good
Yeah,
advice.
that's good advice for
Virgo,
Okay.
you feel a great emptiness within. Fill the void by bashing your head into a wall of mystery meat 30 times.
I'm a Virgo.
You heard the man.
I guess I'll summon some meat.
You can fill the void.
Libra, I don't know, maybe balance your scales or something, you fucking nerd. Scorpio, Sorry, I am very scared of scorpions.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah.
Sagittarius. All right, here's the plan. You're going to go to the bank, withdraw 3729, no more, no less. Then go to the local wheatomancer and pick up exactly as much bread as this cost will allow. You will then need to go to the unfathomable duck pond in the middle of town. Say the incantation to summon the Lord of the Quack, Platyrignos. Make him the offering of the bread that you have received. If accepted, this will delay the grand quackening by another 37 and a half days.
Someone have to do this every 37 and a half days?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it just a different person every time? Is it like a different sign every time?
Sometimes
Do they know who they are? Do you need to call out a name?
they will know.
Okay.
All right.
Capricorn! You forgot to lock the front door when you left. There are burglars inside your house right now. They are breaking into the safe as we speak. If you don't stop what you're doing right now and go stop them, you will lose everything. Your lucky number is 7.
Interesting. Okay.
Aquarius. You're not going to be bearing water much longer. You're going to piss your pants at work. Everyone will know.
Oh, no.
Little piss baby.
Oh.
I'm an Aquarius.
Pisces. I'm serving you the divorce papers tomorrow, you cheating whore. Fuck you.
All right. That was Ominious the Seer.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, he's descending into shadow. Okay, and he's gone. Well, those are the horoscopes for today.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom during
Probably
these
a good
ads,
idea. Yeah.
just in case.
Just be safe.
Yeah, and we'll be back with you after these ads.
Yeah. All right.
WZRD is supported by Marybeth Louise's Diner, serving brunch from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Endless coffee included. That's right, endless. We can't stop it if we wanted to, so we must give it away lest we are consumed. Marybeth Louise's Diner.
Now accepting all metallic currencies.
Hello. Are you looking for a little friend to help along with your magical journeys? We'll venture on over to Find the Familiar. We shelter all sorts of creatures and critters to be your magical companions. We've got dogs, cats, snails, weasels, rats, toads, badgers, pseudo dragons, and more. Come to Find the Familiar and find your perfect little friend today. Find a Familiar. Adopt. Don't shop.
Wait, we're live? You're listening to The Wizard.
All right, we're back. Just to give you some context on this next segment, we have to do this contractually. This guy has had a contract with WZRD for the past, 600 years, I think. And he's gone a little bit insane. He doesn't quite have a grasp on reality or who he is. He has a brain in a jar, by the way. But we have to let him have his little segment. So enjoy. This is Kyle, the All-Seeing.
All right. Now I need you to listen to me. Listen real close, real good. I know what I'm talking about here. I've been in the walls. I've been hearing everything. I've been seeing it all with my ears. I've been learning for the past 200 years the crazy shit that goes on in this country. And let me tell you, there's some crazy shit going on. Now listen, those krakens that are coming along the coast, they're not just there to play ball, all right? They're not there to cause mayhem. They're here to do something nefarious. The council is moving the tides with the Kraken. It's their big plot. They want to take the jobs away from the druids by controlling the weather patterns with these nefarious creatures. Now, listen, that's not as deep as it goes. That's pretty deep, but it goes deeper. Just trust me. I've been eating this information for months. I've just been waiting to bring it out in the world when I get in my little spot. So listen, if the weather's bad, the beaches are bad, and people gotta stay inside, and they'll become more sun-sensitive because of it. And that is a ploy by Big Sunscreen to get more sunscreen in the world. They want people buying sunscreen by the bottle, by the boatload. They don't care if you're sensitive to the sun, they just want you to buy more sunscreen. And it goes even deeper than that, my friends. It's all orchestrated by, get this, the sun itself. This thing is completely nuts. He's crazy. He loves little kids. He'll do anything to snort coke off a stripper's asshole. The sun is evil. He is a nefarious evil doer. He's got a grip on the government. Now listen, it goes deeper than this. I'm telling you, the sun is in a sex cult. And that's how he does it. He's in a sex cult with the members of the council, and he's seducing them, and they're being seduced by him, and he's seducing them into changing the tides so that they can sell more sunscreen. You see, it's all a ploy by Big Sunscreen. The council is owned by them. They can only do as sunscreen says. They don't even know what's going on most of the time. They just want to sell more sunscreen. Now listen, it gets even deeper, because I think everyone at this studio is in that sex cult with the sun. I think they're watching me. I think they're not going to broadcast this because they're too scared of the truth. Listen to me, people. I am a man of the people. I'm a giant, stone giant. I've been living in the rocks for 20,000 years. I've seen it all. I've bled the blood of mortal men. I have gazed into the sun. I've seen its evil doings. It loves drugs. It loves anything evil. And it's got the the council in its pockets, and the council's got it in its pockets, and the council's in the pockets of Big Sunscreen. Do you know what I'm saying, people? Do you understand what I'm meaning? Can you believe this shit? I can't even believe this shit, and I'm saying it. Can you understand me?
All right, that was Kyle the All-Seeing. We'll be back to normal programming after these ads. Thanks.
Has this ever happened to you?
Hey, watch it, buddy!
Well, with the Arcane Artificer Assembly, you don't have to worry anymore. We ensure all things mundane and arcane. Have problems with your computer? No problem. We can fix it. Have problems with your vehicle? We'll send one of our Arcano technicians right out to you. The Arcane Artificer Assembly. We'll get you out of a ditch.
Hello, children. I am Esther. Throughout my long life, I have traveled this plane in search of all manner of bits and bobs occult and deranged. Stop by Esther's Eerie Emporium and peruse my collection of definitely not cursed objects. Esther's Eerie Emporium. You know where to find us.
Welcome back to The Wizard, only on 666.3 WZRD.
Alrighty, welcome back to The Wizard. For this week's Monstrous Machinations, let's just dive right in. We're talking about doppelgangers today, gang.
All right.
Yeah. So doppelgangers, if you don't know, are creatures, entities that can take the form of anyone or anything that they so choose. This is especially deadly or dangerous in political situations, but can be a hassle in your day-to-day. Things to look out for when you're thinking about a doppelganger is, A, don't be too paranoid. It can be really easy to pull a Kyle and get really in your own head and think everyone's a doppelganger and everyone's out to get you.
Yeah.
You know, but 99% of the time, they're a very rare species of being. So it's very unlikely that your loved ones have been replaced.
Mm-hmm.
If you are suspecting of this is the second tip, I guess. Don't ask them things only that person would know, because doppelgangers can often be mind readers as well, which means that they'll just feed you the information you want to hear. Instead, try and confuse them. Try and act like you yourself are out of character and see if they change in response, because that'll tell you what you need to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where like if I'm with my friend and I start acting like a dick, they're gonna be like, "Hey man, stop being an asshole."
Mm-hmm.
Versus if I'm with a doppelganger and I start being a dick, they're just gonna start being a dick right back. Because it's a mirror, right? It's all about that kind of identification and stealing of identity. So just be aware. Don't get too in your head about it. Doppelgangers are not that big of an issue. I've maybe met one, and he was cool. He just had it as a party trick, honestly.
That's cool.
Yeah. So just doppelgangers, they can be very dangerous, especially in political situations.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if you're a politician, maybe watch out more, because they are incredible hired assassins. But if you're a regular Joe Schmo like us, you got nothing to worry about.
Unless there's a doppelganger in this very room.
Who knows? Our producer could be. One of us could be.
Yeah.
But honestly, we're doing our jobs.
If you're a doppelganger, you're doing really good.
Thanks. You too, bud.
Thanks.
Yeah. You can tell me if you are.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Okay. You sure?
Why would I be?
That's fair.
What would I have to gain from
That's
impersonating a radio show host?
You know what? That's fair. I guess I'm the one that would be, because I have political ties.
Yeah. You could tell me.
I'm not.
Okay.
I promise.
Sure.
Yeah. That was a wink for everyone who didn't know.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to our global events today.
Let's go worldly with.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's get a little worldly and esoteric. Arcanus finally made contact with the city that arose from the ocean recently. It seems to be an ancient city of aquatic folk who hid their city beneath the ocean in fear of an apocalypse of some kind, and have decided that it's time to probably check out the surface now. Though they do seem to be completely unaware of modern arcanotech.
Yeah,
So,
seemingly they have their own full set of arcanotech, which I think is going to be a really, really interesting
it's like
development for the world.
It's like it's so like it's like vintage Arcanotech, but in a very modern way.
Yeah.
It's like what like moving picture shows a few hundred years ago thought today would be like.
Yes.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. It's like they don't have crystals, they have little earbuds that bud their information into their brains.
Yeah, they like they have these things that let them just communicate psychically from very far distances.
Which makes sense, because how are you going to talk underwater?
Exactly.
Or I guess in a hydro-laden city. You know, it seems more convenient. So I think this will be a great thing for the overall development of Arcanotech in the world.
Oh, for sure. For
Hopefully we don't taint these people's cultures too much. They seem to be fairly secular.
Yeah,
But
I'm a little worried, as I always am, about things like this. But hopefully it leads to far more good than it does harm.
yeah, but you know, you're a divination wizard. That's kind of your thing.
Yeah, I try
know,
not to look too much into the future.
Yeah.
Especially as a journalist.
Yeah, you know what? That does seem a bit cheaty.
Yeah, some tabloid journalists are divination wizards and like to
Be wrong about stuff and prove it as fact.
they like to peek into the future and report on things that haven't happened yet and make that their whole selling point. But the thing is, they're very rushed and lazy about it.
Yeah, and
so
are
they
often
peer
wrong.
into the wrong futures.
Yeah.
More often than not.
So it's all about morals.
Yeah. Anyways,
Moving on, famed aeronaut Cheryl Bermuda, the first bird folk to fly around the world under non-self-propelled means, has gone missing recently in a hot air balloon flight over the Bermuda Pyramid discovered by her father, John Bermuda. Reportedly, the pyramid appeared while she was in flight, and she veered off course directly towards it in order to get the closest look anyone has ever had before communication was completely lost. John Bermuda has not provided a comment on the situation.
yeah, man, like this was
Wild.
yeah.
For those of
That's
you who
putting
are
it lightly.
unaware, the Bermuda Pyramid is it's an eldritch abomination.
Nobody's quite sure what it is. We just know
Yeah.
that it is constantly appearing and disappearing in various locations, typically ocean.
Sucking a bunch of things up.
Yeah, when it appears, anything that goes near it disappears.
Yeah. So seemingly,
So this seems to be what happened to Cheryl Bermuda, who still has not been contacted. So it is safe to assume that wherever she is,
she's where everything else went.
she's wherever everything else went, and it is possibly across planar lines.
Yes. Quite.
Since communication,
Even
that is the
pocket
most
dimensions.
likely. Yeah, that is the most likely scenario in which
Yeah.
communication would not work, even if she was just like inside the pyramid, unless there's some kind of anti-magic field.
Yeah.
she
I mean,
should
truly
still be able to
terrifying
communicate.
That this thing can just pop
Yeah.
into existence, pop out. Sometimes it doesn't appear for 100 years.
It just kind
Oh
of,
my God.
it's just fading in and out of existence, seemingly.
Like, what's to say that it doesn't pop up into the middle of Rostrarium and eat our core?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
It
like
is pretty crazy.
And I really feel for John Bermuda. He was the man that originally discovered the properties of the Bermuda Pyramid. Therefore, it is named after him. And he just lost his daughter to it. That's fucked up.
Yeah, and I think the worst part is that, I mean, this is maybe taking a little hop, skip, and a jump, but it would probably be because she wanted to live up to her father.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a huge legacy.
So I can't imagine how crushed he is that essentially his actions are what caused maybe his daughter's death.
Yeah.
Or at least unexistence,
Yeah.
you know, in a holistic sense.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that we can crack the code on the pyramid soon.
Yeah, or at least understand more about where the things go.
Yeah, just so we can
maybe
at
it's
least
a good thing.
Yeah, but like it'd be nice to have that peace of mind, especially for those who have lost people to the pyramid
absolutely.
before. Damn shame.
Damn shame.
All right, but in other news, in better news, Tiresias the Unwavering, former High Admiral of the Gorian military, who has since retired and now runs a dry cleaning and clothier haberdashery in Goria, has created a counter to the famous evocation Induce Defecation, more commonly known as Shit Yourself.
Yes.
This spell, to unshit one's pants, is being freely distributed by Tiresias.
What a G.
Yeah, the now 607-year-old wizard expressed that he created this spell due to how many clients were coming in as a result of being the target of an induced defecation spell, and that he did so partially due to irritation at having to clean shit pants almost every day, and partially so that nobody needs suffer that embarrassment ever again.
Truly, what a guy.
Great, incredible stride in magical discovery that I think was sorely needed.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, also the fact that this guy was a martial general and then just one day said, I'm done with this shit, studied the arcane enough to create a spell to undo another spell. Mm-hmm. What a guy.
Truly, like that's no easy feat. There are some master wizards that go their whole lives without ever being able to craft a spell of their own.
Yeah, and this guy picked it up seemingly in a couple years.
Out of spite.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to clean shit pants anymore. I don't blame him.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I mean?
I am definitely going to be adding this into my spell book.
It's free. Why not?
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, I personally haven't been victimized by a induced defecation.
I haven't yet. I've had some close calls.
Ooh, yeah.
Thankfully, I always
at the bar get a little too rowdy.
It would be like pranks in college. My friends always trying to get me, and me trying to get them. But I always have counterspell prepared for a reason.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's all the time that we have for this episode of The Wizard.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you all for giving us a listen.
Have a magical week.
Have a magical week, and don't shit those pants.
Yeah. Or if you do,
unshit them.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. This is Philleamus.
Benedict Balthazar, the 77th.
Signing off.